You ever feel like the American dream is slipping further and further away? You work hard. You save every penny you can. But the prices? They just keep going up. Houses are unaffordable. Interest rates are scary. And saving for a down payment? Feels like climbing a mountain with no top. And maybe, just maybe, you're sitting there thinking, is buying a house even worth it anymore? You're not alone. Millions of people in the U.S., especially young adults, are stuck in this same battle, struggling to choose between rent and mortgages, between freedom and financial pressure, between what makes sense and what feels right. But what if I told you, buying a home isn't always the smartest move? Yes, you heard that right. In 2025, the rules have changed, and in some cases, renting might actually be the smarter path to building wealth. Sounds crazy, right? But stay with me, because in this video, I'm not just going to tell you why that's true. I'm going to show you how you can still win, even in this crazy market, even if you feel behind, even if you've got zero savings, even if you think homeownership is a distant dream. So grab a coffee, take a deep breath, and let's break down the truth. Together. This might just change the way you look at real estate. Forever. Point 1. Renting gives you freedom, financially, emotionally. Let's be real for a second. Buying a house might sound like stability, but in today's world, it can feel more like a trap. You buy a home. Now you've got a mortgage, property taxes, insurance, repairs, and oh, that water heater that just broke? That's another $1,500. Gone. But when you're renting, you're not stuck. If your job changes, if you want to move to a new city, if life throws something unexpected at you, you can just pack up and go. No worrying about selling the house. No waiting for buyers. No dealing with market crashes or home values dropping. You see, in 2025, life is moving fast. People change jobs more often. Cities are getting more expensive. And with the economy up and down like a roller coaster, being flexible is a superpower. Renting gives you that superpower. Let me give you an example. Imagine Sarah. She lives in Austin, Texas. She was thinking about buying her first home in 2022, but she waited. Good thing she did. The home she was eyeing for $450,000. It dropped in value, and interest rates jumped. Now her monthly mortgage would have been $3,200 instead of the $2,000 rent she pays right now. Because she rented, she saved the difference. She stayed stress-free. And now, she's got options. She's not locked down. That's the power of renting in 2025. It's not just throwing money away like people say. It's buying time, buying freedom, buying peace of mind. And honestly, in this world, that's priceless. Point 2. Buying isn't always a sign of success anymore. Let's be honest. For years we were told, if you don't own a home, you haven't made it yet. But who made that rule? Was it your parents, society, some financial guru who bought in the 90s when houses were $80,000? Listen, owning a home doesn't define your success. Not in 2025. Not with this market. Not with this economy. Because here's the truth. Success today looks different. It's not just about owning property. It's about having peace of mind. It's about living on your terms. It's about not drowning in debt just to say, look, I'm a homeowner. You know how many people buy houses. Only to live paycheck to paycheck. No money for emergencies. Can't go on vacation. Constant stress and tension at home. That's not success. That's survival. Dressed up in drywall and mortgage paperwork. Let me tell you about Chris. He lives in Phoenix, Arizona. He bought a house at 29 because he felt pressured. Friends were buying. His parents kept asking. So he did it. Now, he works 2 jobs just to keep up. No time to enjoy the home. Sleeps 5 hours a night. And when we talked, you know what he said? I thought owning a house would make me feel proud, but it just made me feel trapped. Meanwhile, his cousin Maya. She rents a beautiful apartment near the water in San Diego, works one job she loves, travels, invests, sleeps well at night. Success isn't in square footage anymore. It's in freedom. It's in balance. It's in how you feel when you wake up every morning. So if you're renting right now and you're building your life, saving, growing, don't let anyone tell you you're behind. You're not behind. You're just playing a different game. And maybe you're playing it smarter. Point 3. Renting lets you wait and watch the market without risk. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Buying a home is a huge commitment, but also a huge bet. When you buy, you're betting that home prices will go up. You're betting the economy will stay stable. You're betting you'll want to live there for years. But guess what? 2025 is not the market to bet blindly. We're in a time where interest rates are unpredictable. Prices are still adjusting from the 2020-2022 spike. And many experts believe a correction is still on the way. So if you buy now, at the wrong time, you might end up paying way more than the home is worth. But if you rent, you get to watch the game without playing too early. You can study the market, see which neighborhoods are growing, track price trends, and wait for the right moment to make your move. Let me give you a real example. There's a guy named Evan. He lives in Seattle. In 2023, he almost bought a condo for $600,000, but something didn't feel right. Prices felt too high. Interest rates were scary. So he paused, kept renting, kept saving. Fast forward to 2025. That same condo is now listed for $530,000 and sitting on the market. Evan didn't just avoid a bad deal. He saved $70,000, plus interest, plus stress. Renting gave him the power to wait, to think, to move when he was ready, not when the market told him to. So if you're renting right now, you're not missing out. You're being smart. You're staying in control. Because remember, in real estate, patience isn't weakness. It's a strategy. Point 4. Renting can help you build wealth in other ways. You know what most people forget? Owning a home isn't the only way to grow rich. In fact, for some, it might not even be the best way. Because when you're renting, you're not tied up in a massive mortgage. You're not throwing all your savings into a down payment. You're not spending $30,000 on renovations and repairs. You know what that means? You've got money to play offense. You can invest in stocks, start a side business, build an online brand, buy crypto or index funds, take courses, level up your skills. Let's break it down. Imagine you're renting a place for $1,800 a month. You could have bought a house, sure, but the monthly costs would have totaled $300. That's $1,500 extra in your pocket every single month. Now, what if you took that and put $500 a month into a diversified investment portfolio, saved $500 a month for a future down payment, and used $500 a month to build a side hustle or learn a high-income skill? That right there is the real path to financial freedom. Let me tell you about Jenna. She lives in Chicago. She rents a modest apartment for $1,600, but she used the money she saved to start a small e-commerce business. In 2 years, that business now makes more than her 9-to-5 job. She still rents, by choice. Because for her, renting was the launch pad, not the limitation. So the next time someone tells you, you're just throwing money away by renting, you tell them this: no, I'm investing in me. And that might be the smartest move you ever make. So, after all this, what do you think now? Is renting still just throwing money away? Or is it maybe, just maybe, a smarter move for where you are right now? Because here's the truth, my friend. Real success doesn't come from owning a home. It comes from owning your decisions, owning your peace, owning your timing. And if renting gives you that, then you're not behind. You're actually ahead. Don't let society rush you. Don't let pressure make you poor. And don't buy a house just to prove something to someone else. This is your life, your path, your money, your future. So take your time. Think clearly. Move when you are ready, not when the world says you should. And if renting helps you build, if it gives you space to grow, learn, and save, then renting isn't the problem. It's part of the plan. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more real estate insights. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know if you're team renting or team buying. And remember, take your time. Your financial freedom is worth it. See you in the next video.